Hey there, I'm Jerry Fleming.
I'm Grant Butrago.
And we're with Ser Divino. So we're with wine number 62 today, right?
62.
It's been quite some time. We've seen our last tasting. I think it's been at least
A
2
couple months. Yeah, it's been a while. I need to refresh on my wine knowledge.
Right, I'm thinking here, I'm like, okay, so what do I remember? Like basic wines, like reds, whites, like Cabernet. Oh God, it's all like just barely coming back. It's like, okay, I remember a little bit.
Yeah.
But we gotta remind everyone always. It's been such a long time since we've done one of these. Please follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We're coming up with a new online store coming up pretty soon, so watch out for that. We're gonna have some cool products and games on there, so it's gonna be real fun. And so for wine number 62, let's get on to the real good stuff, right?
Yeah, let's do it.
So the Robert Mondavi is in Napa Valley, right?
Yes, yeah, it's in Napa Valley, Monterey County.
Yes, yeah, I believe so.
Mm-hmm.
So this 2016 red actually has been aged in, bourbon barrels. I think this is one of our first ones that we've had aged in bourbon barrels. Yeah. So it's going to have a deeper flavor, right?
Exactly, yeah, we've had a couple of oak barrel wines, and those are pretty good, but the bourbon barrel really escalates the alcohol percentage.
Yeah.
It makes it a little bit stronger.
Let's get that giant contraption out of the way so we can get a good shot of us. All right, so it's a 2016, like we said, red aged in the barrels, and the Cabernet Sauvignon is going to be what is in the majority of the wine. Mm-hmm. What I've learned recently when they advertise as Cabernet Sauvignon or something like that is it has to be at least 75% of that grape varietal within there. So that's like something that I learned I can pass on to all the followers and everything like that. So
and typically with cabs, they don't have as strong of a wine taste to it. It's a little easier to drink, a little bit more smooth. Goes down a bit easier, especially when you get to the bottom of the bottle.
Yeah, a little bit easier to work with.
Yeah.
So let's pour up, and we always like to use our favorite contraption, the Venturi. Thank you so much for filtering out everything, all the little fining sulfites and all that good stuff. Ooh, right. Mm-hmm. I'm just gonna do a little taster for my man Grant right here.
Thank you.
All right, so basically we got this wine actually as a gift from my mom or dad. They had really liked it, and they said it was a pretty inexpensive wine and right up our alley as far as suggestions go. We're able to definitely afford it. I think I've seen this one for $13, $14 or something like that.
Yeah, which is perfect. I mean, that's kind of our thing. It's affordable wine that everyone can try at home.
Exactly.
We don't go for the super expensive bottles because those aren't realistic.
Yeah, exactly. It's just been our league if we're able to buy them $30, $40 bottles every time. Because we were trying to do 2 bottles a day for the 100 bottle challenge, and
I can't really afford $100 bottles every day.
He's just doing the math right there. No. Yeah.
That equals a no from me.
Yeah.
All right, so what do you notice about the legs?
All right, let's give it a little swirl so we can see that. It's got, well, I'm immediately seeing around the rim. If you hold it up to the light, it's definitely very clear around the edges, and then all of a sudden gets dark. So I feel like there's a good amount of sugar in this.
Yeah, even just looking straight inside, you can definitely tell it's a little more dull than your normal red wine.
Yeah.
You get less of that dark, deep red color.
Yeah, I don't know how to say it, like a burgundy or something like that, just the blood. And you're oh, that's, damn.
Yeah.
This is a more lighter cherry, I guess. So, let's give it a little sip or smell first. Ooh. I'm getting a lot of sweetness from this. What do you like?
Yeah, it doesn't the scent is not super alcoholic.
Yeah.
It's definitely sweeter, a little more enjoyable.
Yeah.
To smell.
Yeah, it's not you don't get that nose curling effect from the alcohol that you normally get. Mm-hmm. It's like a cranberry type of flavor I'm getting from it a little bit.
I'd say a little bit sweeter than a cranberry. It's cranberry with added sugar.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. Tropicana now.
Yeah. All right. Give it a shot. Let's do it.
Salud.
Salud. That is really smooth.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not too much bite or acidity.
Right. I don't. And it does have like that that sweet rye whiskey finish to it, like, but it's not like that bite like from whiskey. You know, you're like, oh god. Like,
yeah, we can feel it right away, like down in your throat. But it's a lot more mellow.
Yeah, it's a warm, warm, very. I don't know. I could definitely.
Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. Warm.
Yeah, it's just like, I don't know, just like a sweet, like cherry pie type of like thing. You're like,
exactly.
Whew, this is delicious.
Yeah, just like this, like small hint of like bitterness.
Yeah. Oh, so the coloration, we didn't even talk about the color. I'm my colorblind ass. You gotta do this for me. So I'm seeing, with my perception, is a lot more like we said, a see-through cherry, like a cherry juice type of thing, like a best thing
like a slightly darker cranberry juice.
Yes, like a little bit deeper red in between like the blood and the like cranberry juice we were talking about.
Yeah, and you can see the brown rim around the edges that comes from the whiskey or bourbon barrel. Excuse me.
Okay.
From being in it for so long. Was it 3 months, I believe?
Yeah, the oaking
so
process.
Yeah, exactly. You can really tell when you look at the wine and look at the edges specifically.
Okay. Nice. Well, I'm getting a big cherry flavor from it too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, again, it's like it's surprising how smooth it is.
Yeah.
I didn't really expect it from a bourbon wine.
Yeah. Oh, I can see this going with like a good barbecue actually. Honestly, the bourbon, like, that kind of just makes it crave it a little bit. Like, I definitely want to have this with like pulled pork or like, I don't know, even just like corn on the cob, like type of thing.
Yeah,
just
exactly.
like anything like that.
Yeah, definitely like a versatile wine. Like you don't have to have cheese and crackers or anything like that. Pretty open.
Now, unfortunately, we don't have any cheese or crackers to go with this tasting today. But because we're just getting back into it, we're trying to wet our feet and ease our way into the wine world with number 62. So like, what did Robert, or what is it? Let's try to differentiate a couple different flavors before we go to what Robert Mondavi has to say about this. Okay, Rob Saab. Jeez, that'd be quite the name. So obviously that rye bourbon or that whiskey.
Yeah, it almost tastes like a little smoky.
You got that smoky flavor. Oh, nice.
And again, that scent is like very sweet and open, not hard on the nose.
Oh yeah, yeah, very pleasant, like you're saying, like juicy. And it's like dry, definitely a little bit drier, I would say. Yeah, not tannic. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely very low acidity.
Yes. Yeah, definitely getting a cherry, and there's I want to say like a caramel or something like that, and then I don't know.
Yeah, it's like a little something like outside of that, like that berry range.
Yes, yeah, like a caramel or spice, or maybe both. Like I don't know, it's like a sweet, spicy type of thing going on here. Yeah, very mellow though, those two. It's like it's like definitely a lot more sweet, and then they got that subtle little,
not like super in your face
or something like that, like cinnamon, or I don't know. So yeah, that's what I'm getting from it. Do you have anything like else that you like sense from it, like?
Not really. Again, just kind of wanted to note that, like, that subtleness.
Yeah.
It's interesting because normally when you think of wine, there's very like strong taste to it. Everyone knows that the wine is very potent, but you don't really get that from this wine.
No,
it's a little more like watery, almost like a little calmed down.
Yeah, absolutely. And then like it actually like is kind of crazy because we looked on the back of the bottle and looked at the alcohol content. It's 14.5%, which is a bit high. We're used to like 13.5. On like an 11.5 is like the lowest range we've had, I think, and this is one of the highest like we've had, excluding ports and fortified wines. We're not going into like, oh, this is a rum into this. Yeah, like this is way higher. No, But this has been great. I mean, like he said, it like tastes a little watered down, but it still has very high alcohol content and like still like very flavorful. It's
Yeah, if you're drinking to get drunk, it's a good choice.
Oh my gosh, yes. Yeah, and then what was it? They also said on the back of, I want to get into this because they had a lot more to add than what we had to say. They had, was it 3 months inside these bourbon whiskey barrels? And it was like, I usually used to, was it Crianza style in Spain where it's 6 months is like the minimum for like their aging process in the oak barrels. So I'm like, oh, that's a little shallow, but obviously it pays off.
Exactly.
And then what kind of flavors were they saying? Oh, blackberry.
Blackberry.
That was it. That dark berry. Oh, that's what we're missing.
Yeah, it also says nuances of vanilla, brown sugar, and tasty oak. You
Yes.
can definitely get that that vanilla and brown sugar in there.
I think that
Thinking
smoky
about it,
flavor,
yeah.
the toasty oak, is what
Yeah.
you're picking up. Nice, dude. Yeah. The caramel I think I was picking up was a mixed. Had to be a mixture of that. Yeah.
So not too far off.
Yeah. We're not bad at this at all. If we're taking a 2-month hiatus, we still got it.
Yeah.
Oh, so that was really nice to be able to share a glass again with you, man.
Right. Yeah, definitely not a bad wine for number 62.
Mm-hmm.
I would definitely recommend it to someone. I'll drink it again.
Absolutely. So we're gonna actually cover a lot more ground coming up real soon. I have another trip coming up, and Grant's gonna be holding down the fort in San Diego as he's drinking wine, actually, and we're gonna be just enjoying the hell out of our time here, just tasting Napa Valley wine versus Old World wine, just trying to do comparisons. I want to try to organize a FaceTime type of thing.
Broaden our expertise.
Absolutely. That's gonna be so much fun. And so thanks for watching. Was it wine number 62 with
62.
you? All right, Santè, and thank you so much for watching.